Mass and number 16, West Virginia. Starting lineups for LSU, a focus on Tim Quarterman. That's because Josh Gray, the point guard, is out.
It's a big loss. Josh Gray, a very talented guy, leads the team in assists, best three-point shooter, 11 points a game.
For UAB and Jared Haas, this is a young team, one of the youngest teams in the country, though they have shown signs of playing better. With Florida, they lost by 9. They ran with UCLA for 40 minutes, lost by 12. Tonight, they have a great opportunity, a 7-2 SEC team in their home house right here in downtown Birmingham.
Hungry cat hunts best. They're going to be very hungry tonight, Rich.
Ready to go. UAB, LSU. And it's LSU who wins the tip, and it's Quarterman who will run the show in place of Josh Gray. Gray, 11 points and 6 assists a game. This is Keith Hornsby, the transfer out of UNC Asheville.
UAB plays man-to-man, but we're going to see some zone also. They're going to mix it up.
Jarrell Martin dumps it down to the baseline. Jumper from Jordan Mickey, and he missed it. UAB would like to push the tempo here. Nick Norton is their fine little point guard. Dumped down onto the blocks, and a kickback for a three. Madison missed it, and the rebound knocked out of the hands of Mahenti. It stays with UAB. There's a look at Keith Hornsby. This is a LSU team. And you see Quarterman, their biggest win, the road win against number 16, West Virginia. They beat Texas Tech and UMass with close losses to Clemson and Old Dominion. This jumper by Tosin Mahenti. And UAB is on the board first.
Very important that UAB knocks down perimeter shots because the Tigers really control the lane.
How do you defend an enormous team the size of LSU? There's a three on the way. Martin hits it, and LSU has a 1-point lead.
Well, you try to pressure the perimeter guys, try to bother them. The best post defense, Rich, is good pressure on the basketball.
On the other side, LSU certainly has the size inside. The spinning jump hook, and Mahenti, who averages 8 a game, already has 4.
What shot blockers at LSU, right? Mahenti's going right at him.
This is Martin at 6'10". He will play on the perimeter. High-low look to Mickey. That shot was blocked. William Lee got a hold of it. Hornsby down the lane. And he misses a difficult 15-footer. And a foul in backcourt on LSU. He is the son of Bruce Hornsby, who is obviously an accomplished musician and a huge basketball fanatic. And during the summer, he can be found in a local gym helping him with his jump shot.
Exactly. Keith, a terrific player, transfer from UNC Asheville. When I was coaching at University of Virginia, he used to come on some trips with his dad. Duke Cameron Indoor Stadium working on his jumper.
All that work has paid off, that's for sure. Madison's jumper is good. And Tyler Madison hits a 3, and UAB is off to a fast start.
Really important for a young team to get their confidence early, Rich.
Baseline drive, and the shot altered. Martin, no foul, and nobody touched it. And it's a UAB ball. So a 7-3 start for the Blazers. And this is all that Jared Haas talked about, is getting off to a quick start in the first 5 minutes.
Getting the confidence going, feeling that you belong, they can beat this very talented LSU team. And conversely, LSU comes in and says, hey, these guys' record is 4-6. Maybe they don't respect them quite as much.
Mahenti on the spin move got the elbow up and committed the foul.
Excellent call. That's a chicken wing. Can't do that. In the playgrounds, you can do it. Outside, not in the gym, on national TV.
Mahenti is out, and in comes Chris Coakley, the 6'8" freshman out of Savannah, Georgia. This is a young team. Only C.J. Washington, the only senior in this rotation. Hornsby, a terrific move, and the follow dunk by Jarrell Martin down the lane. And it's 7-5.
Guys are scary with their athleticism.
Nick Norton is the point guard for UAB. Pick, roll, and a block shot. There's your block shot. Jordan Mickey, his 20th of the season.
One of the best shot blockers in the country, Jordan Mickey, at 106 last season.
Quarterman, crossover down the lane. There's the dish. Mickey, that's blocked. And out of bounds it goes.
Mickey gets a lot of his block shots off the ball. He comes off the ball, pins it against the backboard, and they're off.
What do you see early on in these first few minutes of the ball game?
Well, I see early on now that UAB trying to go inside a lot. I would try to bring the big guys out more, have the big guys screen so Jordan, Mickey, and Jarrell Martin, the defenders for LSU, are guarding the ball screens away from the basket. Take the big guys away from the basket as best you can.
This is Robert Brown. Straight on is William Lee. William Lee, one of the top prospects in the South, and a real big signing for Jared Haas and UAB. He's a freshman and an Alabama kid. Quarterman stumbles, lost the ball. Denzel Watts in at the point. Brown got it! And UAB out of the chute at home on top of LSU. A 12-5 start.
A corner, the defense sags in there. Brown from way downtown. Terrific offense by the Blazers.
So LSU tries to regroup off the timeout. This is Hornsby. He's averaging almost 13 a game. He's had a nice start to his LSU career, but a steal on the interior. Brown again. This catch by Tyler Madison, and another block shot. The putback is good. That's Chris Coakley off the block by Jordan Mickey. And the lead is 9, biggest lead for UAB. LSU has the size right now. UAB has the touch. They pound it inside Mickey, and he's fouled. 2 men hit him. William Lee and Tyler Madison. 14-5, UAB on top. 3 meetings, our Bud Light Series history. What will happen next?
We talked to Johnny Jones at practice, and he said, what we got to do is rebound and defend a 3-point shot. Right now, they get beaten off the board 7-3, Rich, and UAB shooting 2 for 3 from 3-point land.
So much is made of LSU's size. How much do they miss their little point guard, Josh Gray, right now?
Great point, Rich. He's a tremendous player. He was first-team All-American in the junior college ranks last year. Scored 35 points a game, had 5 assists, so big loss. He averaged 11 points a game, leader in assists, and he's also the best percentage 3-point shooter for the Tigers.
You saw Jalen Patterson come in at the point for LSU. Tim Quarterman got the start. That's a deep 3, and it's good. C.J. Washington off the bench, the only senior who plays for UAB. And right now, UAB is up 11, 5 minutes in.
Changing the defense, 2-3 zone by UAB to try to protect the basket against the big guys.
Hornsby misses. And UAB would like to push tempo against this big LSU team. Robert Brown, the Virginia Tech transfer. This is Denzel Watts, backup point guard. Hakeem Baxter. Washington, fall away. Quarterman with the rebound and the break. Kick out. Patterson missed the 3. Brown driving, floater. Hornsby pushes tempo. And Hornsby with the left hand. He had the red shirt last year after transferring from UNC Asheville.
UAB's got to be careful, I think, in getting in a shootout. They don't have quite the talent or, the athleticism of the Tigers. So play at a pace, pick your spots, Rich. Play chess. Like Coach, I play checkers. That's why I'm with you.
And a whistle inside. Right now, UAB from the field, 7 of 12.
Rich is a saying, shooting makes up for a multitude of sins. Chuck Daly from Dream Team #1 said that, and right now UAB is knocking down.
Jared Haas, of course, a great career. You see the 3-point shooting, 3 of 4. he could shoot it from distance. Great career as a player at Kansas, an assistant for Roy Williams at both Kansas and North Carolina. His 3rd year here at UAB. Little give and go. Watts with the left hand. Denzel Watts. And the Blazers continue their hot start with an 11-point lead. Quarterman. That 3 is off. A long rebound. Off the screen, Baxter. And it's saved. Fresh shot clock. Nice play by Washington.
The UAB's got to take their time. Get into a shootout at the OK Corral with LSU. Not as athletic, not as experienced as the Tigers.
Tosin Mahenti is back in. And a steal there by Jarrell Martin. Tigers only 2 losses in the Paradise Jam, a 9-point loss to a real good Old Dominion team, and a 3-point loss to the Tigers of Clemson.
UAB goes back to the 2-3 zone. They can prove from the outside.
And Hornsby finally knocks home a 3. Keith Hornsby, 37% from beyond the arc. He's been a real bright spot for Johnny Jones.
Great get. Transfer from UNC Asheville and shot 38% from 3-point land at Asheville 2 years ago. And he's really a big part of their team.
And Hornsby gets a hand on a loose ball. And here come the Tigers. Quarterman up the floor. Hornsby looking for the ball. Instead, inside with the bucket is Martin, and he'll get a free throw. Quarterman delivers to Jarrell Martin.
Take care of the basketball. Turnover by UAB leads to a basket. Possible 3-point play now by Jarrell Martin.
Second personal on Tosin Mahenti. And he'll come out of the ball game for UAB.
That hurts. He's their best interior defender.
There's a man waiting for him at the table. And fortunately, the free throw was made, so he'll come out. And in comes Chris Coakley. So Mahenti with 2. There's a look at Coakley, the freshman. One of the best recruiting classes in school history for UAB. A lot of talented freshmen, and they will play an awful lot tonight. Watts, the sophomore, threw it away. Quarterman up the floor. Penetrates. Can't finish. UAB's biggest lead was 11. It's down to 5 now. Lewis Sullivan in the ballgame for UAB. Baxter, entry. William Lee shuffled his feet. And a timeout in Birmingham.
Here comes the Blazers. They attack the basket. Go to the hoop, take it to the...
Has hit a couple of shots to make this a 5-point game. But UAB is 8 of 14. And an LSU possession out of the timeout. Tim Quarterman. And a turnover for LSU.
It's a good matchup. Robert Brown from UAB against Keith Hornsby. Robert Brown is their best perimeter defender. He's long, and aggressive, so Hornsby bothered him a little bit on that post feed.
Nick Norton back in at the point guard for UAB. Norton off a screen. Patterson on him. Coakley. And Quarterman, who does a little bit of everything, has the rebound. See the turnovers for UAB. They've not taken care of the basketball in the last 2 minutes.
They average 14 turnovers a game, so they got to take care of the basketball. Very important. Young players a lot of times don't respect the ball as much.
Boy, a spinning move, and the shot blocked by William Lee. And it's a UAB ball.
Nice job. The Tigers are famous for their shot blocking, but here UAB does a terrific job blocking the shot, tying up the offensive guy in possession places.
It looked like Coakley got a piece of that too. Both he and Lee defending. So still a 5-point game, halfway through first half here in Birmingham.
I'd like to see UAB set some more screens. So just try to go one-on-one. Set some picks. Loosen up the defense a little bit.
Coakley a screen. Nice pick. There's the roll and another block shot. Jordan Mickey, by my count, has 3 of them in the game already.
Nice pick and roll. Pass by Norton. Goes in. Mickey off the ball. He's like a goalie in hockey or soccer. He just knocks it away. You got to bring him away from the basket.
Quarterman. Step back jumper. Missed it. And UAB with a rebound and the break. Tyler Madison. Norton thought about a 3. Hornsby regained his balance. Brown around a screen. This is Lee, with a knee injury at the start of practice, is getting more time, and he drills a jumper. Maybe this is a coming out party for William Lee, who was recruited hard by Alabama and Auburn, but chose to stay with UAB. Hornsby, a floater. And it stays with LSU.
Nice job on a pick and pop here on that right wing by UAB. Lee pops back, knocks it in, missed the basketball in the state of Alabama. Chose to play for the Blazers.
And if you look at his numbers, he's only averaging 3 a game. And some people would say on the surface, hey, what's wrong with him? Well, he had knee surgery at the end of his high school career and a knee injury at the start of fall practice. And that's an offensive foul on LSU.
You see a nice out-of-bounds play by LSU. Comes in, Martin comes down the lane. Blocked out a little bit by Hornsby, but it was a bang-bang play. That's the toughest play for referees to make, Rich, as you know, as a former feisty point guard.
And it's a big call there. Jarrell Martin with the foul. It's his second personal.
If I'm UAB now, I'm going to isolate him and drive it. Drive it at Jarrell Martin.
Brown squares up and misses the 3. Lee kicks. Norton a long 3. Got it! That is big distance.
UAB coming into the game is only shooting 30% from three-point land.
Lob pass and a nice touch and a lay-in there by Jarrell Martin. LSU trying to get Martin out of the game. They've got a man at the table waiting to come in for him. And Norton lost his footing. Patterson the loose ball, and Martin dunks it home. Moisture at midcourt, and it's a costly turnover for UAB.
It really hurts. They're getting momentum.
And the official's going to call timeout and get that moisture up. There's a water on the court. And you see Martin coming out with his 2 personal fouls.
And we see slips. Patterson gets it, kicks it back to the big guy. Nice finish by Jarrell Martin. That's smart. The big guy runs the court, Rich, reward him.
Point guard for UAB, Nick Norton's father, is the head women's coach here at UAB. Nifty move, and it's Brown. And the lead is back to 8. LSU on the break. And Keith Hornsby with the lay-in. Hornsby having a nice night so far.
He's very aggressive, Rich. Packs the basket.
He's got 7 points.
That's a big pickup for the Tigers. Sat out last year, worked on his game, got stronger. Really playing very well so far for LSU this season.
Shot clock really hasn't been a factor. Pick and roll and a beauty. And it's C.J. Washington who finishes for UAB. And so far UAB off to a quick start has been able to hold that lead, approaching the 7-minute mark. Strong move by Jordan Mickey and a UAB foul. Blazers wanted a quick start and they have it. At home.
Gotcha, Rich. LSU's got to be more patient, work inside out, get the ball inside. All right, to Mickey, who's taking a free throw there, or Martin, who comes back in later on.
And Martin's on the bench with 2 fouls. And Jarrell Mickey, the sophomore out of Baton Rouge, hits a free throw. They really are a great combination. Mickey at 6'8", a sophomore. Martin is 6'10", a sophomore. Both can play on the perimeter. Both can handle the ball. Both can play with their back to the basket.
Exactly. Very, very talented team. Those two guys are two of the top big guys in the country as a duo. LSU goes to a 2-3 zone. They're doing that now because they're in some foul trouble, and they're not real deep with Terrell Martin on the bench, and they're not playing their very, very talented point guard, Josh Gray.
If you just joined us, their starting point guard, LSU's Josh Gray, out with an ankle injury. Washington in the corner turned it over. The man with the ball has been running the show, Tim Quarterman, and his pass up in the air. Run down by Lewis Sullivan, the freshman for UAB. So a 6-point lead with 6.5 left first half.
High post is open. Get the ball to the free throw line if you're UAB. 2-3 zone.
And a bad pass from Norton. Up the floor, Quarterman with a lane and missed the layup. Wow, Lewis Sullivan with the rebound. Here comes Norton. And whoa! Up for the block. Loose ball. Washington finishes after the block by Jordan Mickey. UAB gets the bucket after another block by Mickey.
In your prime, you might have trouble shooting over that guy when you're a feisty little kid.
Patterson, backdoor cut and the layup. Jalen Patterson, a freshman out of Alpharetta, Georgia, for LSU. And the pace quickens here in Birmingham. Team on the rise. Jared Hass would love to take them down. His UAB Blazers, one of the youngest teams in the country right now, with a 6-point lead and playing well on their home court. Baxter and Watts off the bench in the backcourt for Birmingham. This is Denzel Watts. Akeem Baxter with Hornsby on him. LSU still in that 2-3 zone.
High post is open. The free throw line. Get the ball there.
Penetrating is Watts. Into the corner, Brown. And off the miss, Patterson the rebound. Now UAB in a zone look. Patterson, that's a three, and that's good. Jalen Patterson. He's hit a couple buckets. His first from distance. And the lead from 11 is all the way down to 3.
Zone was a good move by Johnny Jones from LSU.
UAB does not have their shooters in the backcourt right now. Baseline drive and the left hand, Lewis Sullivan.
Big hoop for the Blazers that time.
Aaron Epps in the ball game for LSU, and it's a turnover off the Epps pass. The freshman out of Ball, Louisiana. Johnny Jones, third year, and of course he has a great history and heritage at LSU. Jones played for Dale Brown, was an assistant for Dale Brown, and in his third year as the head coach. Brown around the screen, lost it, getting it back. That's a terrific play by Baxter. Down the lane, Baxter can't finish. Bridgewater the rebound. Here comes LSU back to work. Patterson, Hornsby. Calling for the ball is Mickey in the low post, and he's frustrated. Baxter. Watts.
Not a good shot. Watts is not a real effective three-point shooter, Rick. They got to do a much better job with that. We got a terrific game right now. The Blazers are fighting. It's going to be interesting. Stick with us. It's going to be a great finish.
Agenda is keep building that resume headed towards the SEC season. They can go to 8-2. Remember, they have a win on the road over number 16 West Virginia. They've also taken down UMass and Texas Tech. For UAB, they're young. They've had some close calls. They lost to Florida by 9, to UCLA by 12. but they've been able to get better step by step, and a win here certainly would accelerate that process.
Yeah, a giant win for UAB, a great confidence builder. LSU now, they haven't been to the NCAA tournament since 2009, Rich, as you know. This is gigantic.
Free throw line jumper from Chris Copley, and he missed it. UAB went to the NCAA tournament in 2011.
Exactly, a while ago. And, you know, an upset here by UAB over LSU would negate that great win at West Virginia recently by the Tigers. It's a long way to go.
Jalen Patterson, Keith Hornsby. Remember, Josh Gray's not playing for LSU, ankle injury. They expect him to return soon. And Jordan Mickey dominating the boards, drawing the foul, and getting to the free throw line. There's a look at Josh Gray, the junior. 11 points, 6 assists a game, and he hit the game winner on the road at West Virginia.
Tremendous player, first-team junior college All-American from Odessa Junior College in Texas. He leads the team in assists, the best three-point shooter percentage-wise. 11 points a game, but that's a big, big loss for the Tigers tonight.
All right, Jarrell Martin has had a big night with 12 points. Jordan Mickey, his running mate, has 4.
But they got to look for him. That's where a point guard comes in, Rich. No point guard. They're not looking enough for Jordan Mickey right now.
Mickey, it's another free throw. And so LSU, who was down 11 in the early stages of this first half, has drawn within 3, 2.5 minutes left. Back into the ball game is Nick Norton. Another lob pass. Lee goes up and finishes. I'm telling you what, William Lee has had a real nice ball game here, and Hornsby hops into the lane and finishes with the right hand.
Great answer by the Tigers. Push the ball up the court.
This is the William Lee that I think everybody has been waiting to see. Not just here in Birmingham, but across the country. And there's Lee again with a jumper. 8 points for Lee.
That's the weakness of the 2-3 zone, that high post, that foul line area. Nice job getting the ball to the high post there, the free throw line by UAB.
Patterson feeds the post. This is Mickey against Lee. Over him. Missed it. Mickey got his hands on the rebound and lost it.
We see 2-3 zone. The free throw line's open. Nice flash by Lee. Excellent shot for the freshman. Missed the basketball in the state of Alabama later.
First 10 minutes for UAB were splendid. Right now they're trying for the last 2 minutes of this first half to put a finishing touch on what has been a very good half of basketball. Watts down the lane.
Rich, I like to see him slow the tempo down a little bit. Don't try to get in the track meet with these Tigers. Not as deep or as talented or as athletic as LSU.
Lee's pass. Watts, a catch in traffic. Back to Lee. The tip by Brown won't go. Here's Hornsby in transition. Hornsby driving. Blocked. He's fouled. And free throws. It was Lee from behind. Second personal on William Lee.
Jared Hess is going crazy. He's got to be careful. Doesn't get a tee. He's really getting after the official. Look, he's covering up, but he's counseling the referee very aggressively.
That's a veteran move by a young head coach. Put the hand over the mouth and talk to the official that way.
Exactly. Well,
so Lee picks up his second foul. 8 points for Lee.
Yeah, Jared Hess was with Roy Williams, as you know, for a long, long time, so he learned a lot from one of the masters in college basketball.
Hornsby with a nice half. He's got 11 points.
It's crucial now that UAB goes into the locker room with a lead. They don't want to be tied.
Baseline jumper. And he's short on that one is Washington. Brown's three. The lead is 6 with 40 left in the first half for UAB here in Birmingham against a 7-2 LSU team. Spinning jump hook is off by Bridgewater, and a rebounding foul on LSU. And it's Jordan Mickey with a foul. It's his first personal. Still, neither team in the bonus. LSU with 4 team fouls. UAB has just 6. So LSU can use a foul here if they want to.
They want not super deep, so you got to be careful. You don't want to waste one. So staying in the zone. They'll be playing for the last shot.
Watts. They're denying Norton. Watts will start it. Better hurry. Norton in traffic, escapes, and UAB doesn't get a shot. But they do head to halftime with a surprising 6-point lead. 39-33. After the break, stay tuned. 8
meet. Pick your spots to run. Run, stop, run, stop.
All right, if you're LSU and you're Johnny Jones, how do you get this game under control?
Simple. You go inside out. Touch the ball to the big guys inside into the paint. Get the big guys invested in this game.
Hornsby off a screen, and Keith Hornsby short on the jumper. Tosin Mahenti, who had foul trouble in the first half, with a rebound, and that's not how you want to start your first possession of the second half. 10 turnovers for this UAB team already.
You're not going to win if you don't take better care of the basketball. You're UAB. They average 15 a game. Right now they got 10, so you got to be smart.
LSU at 7-2. Their only 2 losses in the Paradise Jam to a real good Old Dominion team by 9, and a 3-point loss to Clemson. They're taking down UMass. They beat West Virginia on the road, and that left-hand runner by Jordan Mickey draws LSU within 4.
Smart play by LSU. Go inside out, Rich. Get it to the big dog.
2-3 zone look at the end of the first half, and it looks like, Coach, they're going to stay in it.
Exactly right, Rich. High post is open. Get the ball to the foul line.
And Brown misses the 3. The tip alive. Mahenti had it ripped away by Jalen Patterson, who gets the start in the second half. Hornsby in the lane. No whistle. Hornsby goes down hard. Back comes Nick Norton. LSU is playing without Josh Gray, their starting point guard. High-low look, and Mahenti missed the left-hander. And so without Gray, who averages 11 points and 6 assists, there's been Tim Quarterman, who's been running the show. A left-hand miss. Martin with a putback. Martin's got 14 points to lead LSU.
LSU's a great rebounding team. Tremendous off the offensive glass. Last game, Jordan Mickey got 9 offensive rebounds, Rich.
Another high-low look and another great opportunity. And this time, Mahenti dropped the ball. So UAB has executed to get 2 good looks. What's a coach to do?
Right now, he's ready to jump into Schuylkill River in Philadelphia for this close by. That's what I would do. I couldn't take it, Rich.
Backdoor cut, and Quarterman lays it up and in. And LSU has come out and erased the halftime lead and tied the ball game. And a timeout by UAB. The defense, the block shots. Mickey this year with 23 block shots, and this is game number 10.
106 block shots last year. He and Shaquille O'Neal played at LSU, the only 2 big guys in LSU history to do that.
Mickey with a block there, but that was after the whistle.
Mickey's disagreeing. Get the ball to the high post. William Lee goes in there strong. Looked pretty clean to me, Rich.
Jarrell Martin with a reach picks up his 3rd personal foul. So a significant call. If you're just joining us, William Lee at the line, one of the biggest recruits that UAB has ever landed. A freshman out of Plantersville, Alabama, Mr. Basketball in the state. Injured his knee in the last week of his high school year and in the first practice of the fall. Meniscus injury, did have surgery. And he's had a slow start, just 3 points and 3 rebounds, but not tonight. Lead tonight with 9 points. And UAB is up a point right now. Quarterman in the corner.
Keep going inside now if you're LSU.
Mickey calling for the ball again. Spinning over Mahenti. Missed it. And the smallest man on the floor, Nick Norton, has the rebound. And a technical foul on Johnny Jones. The LSU coach called for a technical. His assistants try to hold him back. But that's a big call because UAB is going to get free throws, and they'll hold on to the ball. He was a fierce competitor as a player at LSU.
Nice job digging down. That time he goes in strong.
First free throw is good from Nick Norton.
Johnny Jones was saying the same play down the other end. You called a foul on Jarrell Martin. Well, what about my guy when he went to the basket? What about Mickey? So got to be careful. He doesn't want to get a second one. He automatic disqualification. But he made his point. I think you got to do that. You're on the road. You're fighting for your players. The players like that. Rich, I should have got more technical. Wouldn't be on Boot Hill now with you. Still coaching.
What was the river that you were?
That's a Schuylkill. That's in Philly.
Okay.
I kind of lost perspective for a second.
Well, LSU stays in that zone. Norton has good distance, but he misses the three there. The rebound from Quarterman. And here comes LSU. Patterson up the floor. Martin in the ballgame with 3 fouls.
I think it's a good move by Johnny Jones.
Back into that low block. Mickey strong to the bucket. This time Mickey scores. He's got 9. And LSU is within a point.
Mickey's yelling at his teammates, give me the ball, give me the ball. I was his teammates, I'd go inside out. Get the ball inside to the 2 big guys.
Lee rises, missed. And a rebound to Jordan Mickey. 5 rebounds for Mickey and his 9 points. Mickey, short on the jumper.
You don't need that if you're LSU. Take your time, be patient, go inside. That's when they get in trouble, Rich, when they take too many quick perimeter shots.
Brown and Norton in the backcourt for UAB. This is Lee in the high post, Mahenti in the low post. And Lee misses another jumper. Hornsby up the floor. Corner, Patterson, got it! Big shot, first lead since early in the ball game for LSU. And it's Jalen Patterson, the freshman, getting playing time in the absence of Josh Gray.
Norton's got to make some jump shot. He's their best perimeter shooter. And then Robert Brown there on the left wing.
And Brown is fouled by Quarterman. UAB had an 11-point lead in the first half. LSU chipped away. And with this,
LSU 5 for 10 from the field, and UAB is 0 for 5, Rich, to start the second half.
Jared Haas, the head coach at UAB. This would be an enormous step forward for him with one of the youngest teams in the country. Interior pass. Chris Coakley is into the ball game, the freshman for UAB. He's in the high post. Baxter, along with Watts in the backcourt.
You want Robert Brown to shoot the basketball.
This is Brown. And a terrific up and under from Brown, the junior transfer from Virginia Tech.
He's the one guy that can score right now for UAB consistently. He's a veteran.
He is the best shooter on the floor for UAB. There are other shooters right now getting a rest. 5 minutes in, second half.
Gets a 2-3 zone. Get it to the high post. Nice backdoor by Robert Brown. He used the rim as a protector. Nice finish.
LSU, on the other hand, Jarrell Martin with 14 points. Keith Hornsby drills a 3 with a man in his face. 14 for Hornsby as well.
He was a little guy when he came to University of Virginia, a couple of odd trips, and couldn't shoot like that. He was a pretty good shooter, but boy, he's gotten better.
I'm surprised you haven't dropped a Keith Hornsby has range.
It's the way it is, Rich. The way it is.
There you
One of
go.
the songs. I think you're pretty musically oriented.
You've been waiting for that one. Brown answers from the corner. Robert Brown.
You got to go through him. The other plays is Brown's got to touch the ball a lot. And C.J. Washington, who's a preseason All-Conference USA selection, he's got to step up.
This is Hornsby. Of course, his father, Bruce, he has a twin brother that runs track at Oregon. And if you run track at Oregon, you're good. Oh, what a move by Jarrell Martin, who was stumbling and almost falling over.
That was unbelievable, Rich.
LSU by 2.
Take your time now if you're UAB. Don't be in a rush. Take your time. Go through the high post. Get the ball to Robert Brown again. He's the guy who can make a shot.
This is Brown, and Quarterman is on him in the corner. Penetrates. Brown with a dunk. A one-hand hammer. Wow. Robert Brown. Quarterman two hands, answers for LSU.
You got dueling dunks, Rich.
Oh, wow. Brown at 6'5" went up and over both Mickey and Martin.
UAB, take your time now. Be patient. Play the game at a moderate speed.
Steal. It's Patterson. Missed it. And Hornsby hustling with the tip. Keith Hornsby now with 16 to lead LSU. And it's the biggest lead of the ball game for the Tigers. They are up 4.
Hornsby's like a junkyard dog, just scrapping and clawing and fighting. He's talented, but he plays so hard.
Coakley.
You get somebody at the high post. The weakness of a 2-3 zone is the foul line area, but you got to get a skilled guy there. Oakley's young.
Watts penetrates. Missed the floater. Rebound, put back, blocked. That was Washington's shot sent back. Quarterman skips it. Hornsby. Martin got it. Jarrell Martin with a 3. LSU's lead is stretched to 7.
I consider a timeout now from UAB. Yep, good call, Jared.
3 Blazers were waiting to check in. This is the big one. Robert Brown for guys that want to get their coaching start. And Haas, while on staff there and while an assistant for the Tar Heels, also coached the JV squad.
Exactly. That's a good way to learn. And, you're watching Roy Williams do it, and you're doing some yourself.
Mahenti. That's a much-needed bucket for UAB. Tosin Mahenti stops a 7-0 run.
2-3 zone by UAB. I like it now. They're trying to take away the inside game. They can put a man and a half on the big guys, but they got to cheat to Hornsby because he's on fire. Play him.
Hornsby penetrates. Oh, little runner off the glass. Keith Hornsby with 18 points for LSU.
The pace is much too quick for UAB. They try to slow it down, be methodical, and you got to play better defense.
Mahenti the screen, corner jumper, and that one bangs out. It was from Tyler Madison, and here comes LSU. Seven-point Tiger lead. For Hornsby, his 18 points ties a career high. And a baseline drive and a foul.
We got a great game here tonight. UAB's playing with a big heart. When they're going against the zone, you get it to Hornsby. He fakes it. They attacks the basket. That's just the way American is out with an ankle injury.
And as you noted, Coach, you saw him when you were coaching at Virginia as a small kid. He's been playing basketball a long time. His father, the accomplished musician, singer, recording artist, always seemed to travel with the basketball. I know when I was in Seattle and he came through a concert, he would play pickup games there.
Bruce Hornsby's a great guy. He came with us on a couple of trips from Virginia. We charted down. He and his 2 sons played at North Carolina, and he was there to shooting jumpers in Cameron Indoor Stadium in North Carolina, and they were very good then, but I never dreamed he'd come out to be this type of player playing high-level Division I.
All right, for UAB, how do you get back on track here? Lee's jumper is good. Maybe that's a start. 11 points, a nice coming-out party for William Lee tonight.
Well, I play the zone for sure, but I would cheat to Keith Hornsby because he's the one guy that can make shots now. Because the big guys, you can't guard the 2 big guys. They're devastating. So pack it in and cheat to Keith Hornsby, number 4 there for LSU.
That's a line drive jump shot and a foul on the rebound. Jarrell Martin was close, but it's not his foul. It's Jordan Mickey's foul. Second personal. Martin's playing with 3.
Mickey's a tremendous offensive rebound. That time he gives a little push. He had 9 offensive rebounds in LSU's last game against Sam Houston State. He's a terminator in the glass.
Not a lot of fouls in this game. Neither team was in the bonus in the first half. LSU with 14 fouls, and UAB has just 1 here in the second half. And it's LSU's ball.
Refs are doing a good job. They're letting them play. Yeah, you're right. Not a lot of fouls. Both teams are in a zone, so that negates some of the fouling. They're just packing it in. I like what UAB's doing. We got to cheat to Keith Hornsby. Know where he is.
Patterson, straight on 3. You might want to add Jalen Patterson to that list of outside threats.
No, he's a good player. Hit that one in the right corner. You're right.
He's 3 of 5 from beyond the arc, and Patterson's got 11 points.
This LSU team is terrific.
Lee.
He has trouble catching the ball.
Mahenti. Shot clock at a dozen. Norton kicks to Brown. And that went off the hands of Lee.
Getting tired, the big guys. Lee coming off the injury, as you mentioned before. Not used to playing a lot of minutes. This type of talent that he's banging bodies with.
Now, this is nothing new for UAB. They lost to Florida by 9. Lost to UCLA by 12. So they've hung with some better opponents. And they, of course, had an 11-point lead. Another 3. And Quarterman missed it. Brown with the rebound. Blazers need some points. A little over 9 minutes left in the ball game.
Plenty of time. Look for Robert Brown. Get the ball to Robert Brown.
This is Brown. Lee pops. Nice move. And finish. William Lee slowed by a knee injury, and it looks like he's getting over it. He's got 13 in this ball game and has looked very smooth offensively.
Very talented. Once he gets his conditioning better, he'll be fine.
Hornsby misses the jumper. Mahenti, and it's followed in by Jarrell Martin. And the lead back to 10.
Mickey got a piece of it, and Martin, those two big guys are awesome in the lane. Rich, outside of Kentucky, I can't see another duo of two big guys better than these two guys in the country. Rebounding, blocking shots, scoring.
It's Jarrell Martin and Jordan Mickey. The other thing about the Tigers, John Odo plays. He's 6'10", off the bench. They've got Daryl Malone, a 7-footer. Elbert Robinson, a 7-footer. Aaron Epps, a 6'9" big man. So there's size in the starting lineup and size off the bench.
Amazing. That great player coming in. Simmons, right, the big guy from played in Florida last year.
C.J. Washington with a running right-hander. Yeah, you're right. Ben Simmons, the 6'9" lefty, the Australian, is playing his senior year in Florida, has signed with LSU.
The offense is not the problem for UAB. They just can't stop this talented LSU team.
Martin in the baseline. There's the double team. Put it on the ground, and he lost it. And it's going LSU's way. The officials are going to talk about it. No decision yet. Dandy, he's got 18 points on 7 of 14 shooting. Fans reacting. You can see the result on the timeout. It's LSU's ball. It appeared to touch an LSU player on the way out. Reviewable only if it's under 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Exactly.
But maybe the basketball guys were watching.
I was thinking the same thing, Rich. That's not good if we think alike. Two sick minds.
No, it's not. Baseline drive. There's another block. That one taken down by Mickey, who threw it away. Brown misses a shot. Mickey got a piece. Count the bucket. 6 blocks for Mickey, but the putback by C.J. Washington counts, and UAB is within 6.
Here we go. Mickey with the block. Steal. And Mickey again.
So a 6-point lead. The crowd getting into it. And a timeout by LSU. Johnny Jones up off the bench. Wanted to avoid the turnover. So he burns the timeout. 7:17 left. Ball game here in Birmingham.
Brown doing a great job for the Blazers.
Brown with 15. William Lee has 13 for UAB. LSU possession off the timeout.
From LSU, I'm going inside to the big guy. Go inside out.
Into Mickey. Kick out Quarterman. Patterson's 3. Missed it. And a rebound by Mahenti. And UAB with a chance to cut closer. Long 3, and he got it. It's C.J. Washington. 26% from beyond the arc. That was from 25 feet.
Keep going inside if you're LSU. Let the big dog eat. Get to one of the big dogs.
Mickey calls for it, and he's fouled from behind. This was a surprise. C.J. Washington from way, way back.
It was an NBA 3 from way downtown. Nobody's open. Boom. 6'8" senior. Preseason All-Conference USA selection. Came off the bench. He's been struggling, but playing very well tonight.
Tosin Mahenti just picked up his 4th personal foul. It's a 7-0 run for UAB. LSU on the inbound. Wide open. Martin couldn't catch it. He had a layup, and he held it. Jarrell Martin. And UAB down 3 with the possession.
Take their time. Be patient. Get the ball to the high post.
Norton and Baxter in the backcourt along with Tyler Madison. A 3-guard look for UAB.
I'd look for Norton. Get him the ball. He's the best shooter in the court.
Washington into the corner. Madison missed the jumper.
That was painful if you're a UAB fan. Not even close. Goes in, I would double team him. Goes into Mickey, double team if I'm UAB.
There's Mickey, and he scores, and he's fouled. Jordan Mickey.
He's too big and talented. Ball goes inside. Lee, the freshman, can't deal with Jordan Mickey, the talented sophomore. 3rd foul for William Lee. Missed the basketball in the state of Alabama. You got to double team him.
Mickey misses a free throw. 11 points for Mickey. Go with 6 rebounds. Johnny Jones and LSU has come to Birmingham to take on a very young UAB team. 7-2 are the Tigers, with some quality wins, including a takedown of number 16 West Virginia in Morgantown. But right now, UAB is hanging with LSU.
They drive the ball at the seams of the zone.
Baxter, that one blocked. That's 7 blocks now for Jordan Mickey. Hornsby's shot is rejected, and it's a block. Going down was Nick Norton.
Ball goes inside. Bax attacks the basket. Boom. Mickey again. The best shot blockers in the country.
All right, on that, you saw Norton take the hit. It didn't look like he was in the circle, but it's a block nonetheless. And Hornsby hits a free throw. Back in is Robert Brown for UAB. Brown's got 15. Hornsby drops in a couple free throws. It's been a real nice night for Keith Hornsby, who now sits at 20 points for LSU.
If you like watching LSU tonight, imagine with their very, very talented point guard, right? Josh Gray, who's outstanding. He's not playing tonight.
Yeah, and it's worth noting the Tigers did not have a senior in their starting lineup either. Of course, they get Ben Simmons, the highly touted Australian, next year. From the wing, Denzel Watts, a rare three-pointer. He does not shoot much, and Watts in front of his own bench makes it a 4-point game.
Gotta get a stop now if you're UAB. Your LSU go inside. Get the ball to Jarrell Martin. Get it to the big fella.
Hornsby feeds Martin. Backing in is Martin. Jump hook. Too strong. Mickey the rebound, and he lost it. Brown has it in traffic. And here comes UAB down 4. Brown in the lane. Kick. Corner 3. And it was off from Watts. Hornsby racing with the ball. And he scores. Keith Hornsby with a hustle play. 22 for the transfer from UNC Asheville, the Williamsburg, Virginia native. Having a career night here. Boy, another off 3. C.J. Washington missing from the corner. Every time UAB takes a step or 2 forward, it's a step or 2 back.
Exactly. Hornsby there, missed the opportunity. Doing a great job all over the court. Keep going to the big guy. That's your bread and butter, LSU. Go inside to the big guys.
Quarterman. Patterson feeds the post. Mickey missed. Rebound tipped. Quarterman has it. 3.5 left in this ball game. LSU with the ball and the lead. Quarterman waits for Hornsby. Screen coming from Martin. Pick but no roll.
Mickey wants the ball.
Quarterman, jump stop. Martin in the lane. Lee with the rebound for UAB. Walks up the floor.
Big possession now for UAB. Time's running short. You're down 6. Got to get a good shot.
Good hands. Open is Norton, and he misses the 3. That was a big opportunity for UAB. Nick Norton up ahead. Martin with the dunk, and LSU beats UAB down the floor. And a timeout, and the timeout is from LSU. Boy, what a disheartening turn of events. The miss.
Second half, but hopefully it'll get him back soon. He's a really special point guard. Really score, handle the ball as quick as a cat.
UAB, let's see if they can get some points off this timeout. Denzel Watts in the backcourt with Norton.
Nice job by LSU. They showed zone and went man-to-man now.
Mahenti's back in with 4 fouls. This is Brown. Lost it. Get it. Yeah, he got it back. This is a deep shot clock, probably a lot deeper than Jared Hass wanted. Mahenti driving, and he's fouled. It is the 16th foul on LSU. 2:20 left in Birmingham. LSU trying to go to 8-2. Blazers with the possession now, down 73-65. There's your game reset. Next foul puts UAB at the free throw line. Mahenti rises up, missed the jumper. Loose ball and a scramble. Martin has it for LSU. And the Tigers can take their time with the lead. UAB has 14 fouls, so they need to get hacking here to put LSU at the line.
Exactly. Right now, the best friend for LSU is the clock. They try to go after him. LSU, take your time. Run the clock down to like 10 seconds and try to go inside.
Patterson waits for the screen. On the pick and roll. This is Mickey spinning, stumbling, scoring. Jordan Mickey. And a big, big bucket. LSU's lead is now 10 with 1.5 minutes left.
It'll be tough now. Man-to-man for the Tigers.
This is Watts.
Drive the basketball. If you don't have an open 3, drive it. Go to the rim.
Brown around the screen with the 3. Hit it. He hit it. Robert Brown, the transfer from Virginia Tech. 75-68, 1:15 left in the ballgame.
Nice job on a ball screen here.
And Charlie Leonard on Johnny Jones' staff. Full court pressure. Let's see if they try to trap. And then if they do indeed try to foul. Quarterman. Hornsby. Nice job by LSU. Let's see if they foul. Still no foul. Patterson.
Give one now. Give one now. Foul. That's it.
See, at that point, though, Coach, once they get over half court, wouldn't you foul immediately?
Yeah, I would. I agree with you, Rich. And 7 or 8 seconds ran out. So,
yes, and I think that's exactly what Jared Hass wanted. This is a young team. And telling a young team one thing in the huddle and having it happen on the floor are two different things.
Exactly. It's the saying, telling ain't teaching. You got to teach them how to do it. How do you teach them? Watch the film, show them, go over it, say, hey, this is what you could have done. So they're learning as we go.
It is one of the youngest teams in Division I basketball. So they put on a great fight tonight. There's another foul. And so now, 1-and-1 coming. And so finally, LSU's going to the line. Robert Brown with the foul. And for Brown, it's his second personal. Tim Quarterman, 80% free throw shooter. And he shoots 1-and-1 and hits the first. Johnny Jones and the Tigers trying to go to 8-2. And they win this game. They have a real chance to open up SEC play at 11-2. They're home for their next 3 games before they open up SEC play Free throw's good. Brown, who just hit a three, misses that one. Mahenti the rebound. Looks for Brown. Three again. Missed that one. Mahenti couldn't corral it. LSU with the ball. Outlet pass kicked away. And UAB gets it with 36 seconds left and down by 9. Nick Norton up the floor. This is Denzel Watts. Brown off the screen, rises for three, missed it. And Hornsby has the rebound. And Keith Hornsby is going to go to the line and try to add to what has been a career night. 22 points for Hornsby, and he's a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And Johnny Jones can take a drink and a deep breath now.
Once again, you got to give a lot of credit to UAB. They put up a valiant fight. You mentioned, Rich, one of the youngest teams in Division I basketball. Garrett Haas is doing a terrific job with this program, and they're not ready this year, but they're going to get better and better. They'll be a threat in Conference USA. As you know, the tournament is here in Birmingham, Alabama, at the Convention Center. Not here on this court, but they're going to host a tournament in Birmingham at the end of the year.
Brown with a knifing drive and finishes with the right hand. Martin in the corner. Hornsby. And up the floor comes LSU. Final seconds in Birmingham. The Tigers survive a very young UAB Blazer team who played a very nice game in front of the home crowd. LSU is now 8-2. Johnny Jones, Jared Haas meet at half court. More from Birmingham after this.